Gold assets have had a nice rally here, but is the move over? Although it's hard to answer this question, I will attempt to shed some insight on this issue. There's a strong possibility that capital will continue to flow strongly into gold assets because of market conditions and relative valuations that are still very supportive of gold prices. Although a pullback and some weakness here in the gold price could happen, the longer term gold price is not expensive compared to stocks, and there seems to be very little hot money in the sector at the moment. Here's a chart of GDX, the gold miners. Even though gold and GDX have gone up a lot over the last year, when we zoom out and look at some longer term charts, gold is still undervalued. This is gold divided by the S&P 500. Gold is still cheap relative to the S&P. There is lots of room for relative outperformance by gold, although this ratio has been below this line for 10 years now. I think it will break to the upside, possibly challenging the high in 2011. Strangely enough, we are seeing the gold silver ratio going higher. Silver is considered the riskier asset, and there's not much interest in buying silver right now. However, in the past, silver usually moves late in the cycle when extreme euphoria in the precious metal space takes hold. Here is the senior miners divided by the small cap producers. You can see that huge basing falling wedge pattern after the steep decline in the ratio. Even after the rally in gold, this ratio is still depressed. This shows a relatively calm and out of favor market where investors are not willing to buy risky assets. If gold was euphoric, investors would be pouring money into riskier assets like the gold juniors, and we haven't seen this yet over the past 10 years, but this chart is going like it wants to break out higher as well. Also, investors will look to invest in gold as global trade is reorganized to bring manufacturing back to the US, as well as continued trade war escalation between the US and China. These uncertainties could act as a catalyst to propel gold assets much higher. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. This is not financial advice, and we'll see you in the next one.